Let's talk about a TV show that's become a staple in living rooms across the country. Judge Mathis is the kind of show that's impossible to turn off. Once you start watching, you're hooked. This isn't your average courtroom drama with stiff dialogue and predictable outcomes. Here, it's real people with real problems, and Judge Greg Mathis presiding with his signature style and charisma. Judge Mathis is where small claims disputes turn into big, unforgettable moments that keep you glued to the screen. From heated family feuds to wild neighborly squabbles, every case is a roller coaster of emotions and surprises. But what truly sets this show apart? It's Judge Mathis himself. His presence is magnetic. He's not just a judge, he's a mentor, a truth teller, and sometimes a life coach who isn't afraid to get real. He listens with genuine care, calls people out when they need it, and always delivers more than just a verdict. He delivers life lessons. The show's longevity is no accident. It's lasted for years because it connects with us on a personal level. We see ourselves, our families, and our communities in those cases. Judge Mathis brings his own life experience to the bench, making every episode feel personal, authentic, and deeply real. He's not reading from a script, he's speaking from the heart, offering advice and perspective you won't find anywhere else on TV. When you tune in, you're not just watching a case unfold, you're getting a dose of real talk, wisdom, and sometimes a little tough love. That's why Judge Mathis is more than just a show. It's an experience that sticks with you long after the credits roll. The cases on Judge Mathis? Absolutely wild. You never know what's going to happen when those doors swing open and the litigants walk in. The energy in the room is electric, and you can feel the anticipation from the audience before a single word is spoken. One guy sued his ex, claiming she put a hex on him, candles, chants, the whole deal. He was convinced she'd cursed his luck, and he came prepared with a list of bizarre incidents he blamed on her. The courtroom was split between disbelief and laughter. Judge Mathis tried not to laugh, but you could see it. His eyes sparkled, and he had to pause just to keep a straight face. Sometimes even the judge can't believe what he's hearing. Then there's the family drama, siblings fighting over a chair, and suddenly decades of secrets spill out. What started as a simple dispute turns into a therapy session, with old wounds and family history coming to light for everyone to see. Judge Mathis becomes part judge, part therapist, keeping everyone in line. He's got a knack for cutting through the noise, offering tough love, and making sure the truth comes out, no matter how messy things get. Some litigants are unforgettable, like the woman with a binder of evidence for a lawnmower dispute, interrupting everyone until Judge Mathis had to rein her in. She had receipts, photos, and even a timeline, determined to win her case at any cost. The real magic? The surprise twists. Just when you think you've heard it all, someone drops a bombshell that changes everything. A stolen phone turns out to be a regretted gift, and the whole courtroom gasps. Suddenly, the story flips, and everyone's scrambling to keep up with the new reality. Judge Mathis lives for those moments, leaning in, ready for the truth. He's always alert, catching every detail, and you can tell he genuinely cares about getting to the bottom of each case. It's the unpredictability, the big personalities, and the real emotions that keep us glued to the screen. Every episode is a roller coaster, with laughter, shock, and sometimes even a little bit of heart. Every episode is a masterclass in conflict and comedy. Judge Mathis knows how to keep things moving, and he never lets the chaos get out of hand for long. That's why we can't stop watching. With every case, you know you're in for a wild ride, and you never want to miss what happens next. Judge Mathis's style? It's the Mathis method, a mix of street smarts, humor, and heart. He's hilarious, dropping one-liners that cut through the nonsense and lighten the mood. But he's also tough. He'll stop a case to give someone a reality check or a life lesson. He talks to young people about respect and choices like a father figure who genuinely cares. Mathis shares his own struggles, showing that change is possible. He's been there, and he uses his story to inspire others. The balance is key. He knows when to joke, when to be firm, and when to show compassion. He reads people instantly, switching from laughter to seriousness in a heartbeat. Judge Mathis isn't just solving legal disputes, he's helping people find a better path. That's the real power behind his bench. Judge Mathis's life is the ultimate redemption story, a journey that proves how determination and hope can transform even the most difficult beginnings. Growing up in Detroit during tough times, Mathis faced poverty, violence, and the constant pressure of street life. He got into trouble early, joining a gang and making choices that led him down a dangerous path. Everything changed when his mother fell seriously ill while he was behind bars. That moment shook him to his core. He made a heartfelt promise to her that he would turn his life around, no matter how hard it would be. Mathis kept his word. He earned his GED, then pushed himself to attend college and eventually made it all the way to law school, an incredible achievement for someone with his background. But even with a law degree, his past haunted him. He faced rejection after rejection as employers hesitated to give him a chance. Still, he refused to let setbacks define him, showing relentless perseverance. Mathis fought for his right to practice law, eventually working for the city of Detroit. Against all odds, he became Michigan's youngest judge, breaking barriers and inspiring others. His no-nonsense approach in the courtroom, combined with his deep empathy for young offenders, set him apart. He became known for giving tough love and real guidance to those who needed it most. Hollywood soon took notice. In 1999, Judge Mathis made his television debut, bringing his unique story and perspective to millions of viewers across the country. But he's not just a TV personality. He's a real judge with a real story, and every case he hears is shaped by his own life experiences. Judge Mathis's journey is living proof that your past doesn't have to define your future. With courage and hard work, anyone can change their story. Every episode, he shares that message of hope and second chances, inspiring people from all walks of life to believe in themselves. That's what makes his courtroom so powerful, a place where justice, compassion, and the possibility of redemption come together. Why do we keep coming back to Judge Mathis? It's pure entertainment. Cases swing from hilarious to heartbreaking in minutes. The show feels real, not scripted. The people, the problems, and Judge Mathis's reactions are all authentic. He's honest, direct, and never sugarcoats the truth. In a world of fake reality TV, Judge Mathis is refreshingly genuine, but the real draw is Judge Mathis himself. Part judge, part comedian, part mentor. He's relatable, wise, and always ready with advice and a joke. The show gives us resolution and hope. Problems get solved and people get guidance. For 30 minutes, we see justice and humanity in action. Judge Mathis doesn't just settle disputes, he changes lives. That sense of fairness and closure is comforting. It's why we tune in, episode after episode. Judge Mathis is more than a TV personality, he's an inspiration. He's spent his career advocating for social justice and education, especially for young people. The audience, often local students, invited to see the legal system up close and get inspired. After tapings, Judge Mathis talks with them, turning the set into a classroom. And here's a fun fact. His life became a stage play. Been there, done that. With Mathis himself performing. He's a judge, TV star, and even a theater performer, full of surprises. So next time you watch, remember, you're seeing more than a court show. You're witnessing a piece of TV history, led by a man with a remarkable story. Expect laughs, drama, and maybe a life lesson or two. Judge Mathis is a national treasure, and his courtroom is always open. Now that's a verdict we can all agree on.